In this video, we're going to be looking at the process of framing a roof, specifically a conventional roof. Here's what it's going to look like. So it's a little bit more involved than just doing the floors, but this whole process works pretty well, and I thought we'd start with this and then I'd do the other side, so at least you know what it looks like and where we're going. So all of these are using the same beam object. And let's get started on the other side. So I think it's probably a good idea to see what floor this is on. Okay, it's on foundation, which isn't the right choice. Actually, I'm going to do new structure, roof sheathing. And then I can wireframe that if we want. We don't have to. So again, these are using the same objects that we've been using for everything else. So I'll start in 2D. I think that's a little easier. So just to show you how to get started, I'm going to utilize just another, here's a straight up beam. We're going to turn that into solid lumber, 1.5 by 7.5, 2x8. And we want this to have a rise and run of 5. That's correct. We do want overhangs. I think we're using 18 inches on the other side. I'd have to. I'm going to rotate this so it's up. That's our insertion point. We'll make sure we get the right spot in a second. Get this a little closer where it needs to go. Now we look at this in 3D. And there you are. So this roof was set up for 2x4s, so we're up and out of the roof, which is not ideal. So let's go ahead and change this back to a 2x4, or we change the other ones to 2x8. So there's a rafter. And we're not necessarily sitting at the right spot. So let's trace the story below. Yeah, actually I wasn't. So I want this, actually this should be at the shear. That's what we did over here. 60. And our seat cut (3/8 plywood), so it's 2x4 and 3/8. That's correct. Nothing at the top. I'm happy with that. And when you're getting started, I recommend using a section. Perfect. We're right in there, right where we want to be. Go back to 2D. I'm going to take this same choice and copy it. Actually, F9. 6 to rotate it. It's up a little higher. Now, this is in 12 inches. So what you have to, this is a lower slope. So it's 5 divided by 1.414. Copy that. That is the slope for a hip. So the 1.414 is the square root of 2. And so if we divide the rise by the square root of 2 over, or well, by the square root of 2, we get the slope that's now parallel to the roof, which is what we want. And we go back to the plan. Now this seat cut needs to be, we'll do 7 1/8. And the way this works, that's going to make the joist drop, which is not really what we want to do. We're going to take our section hide the plywood. And our stand, actually back. Project a line up to this corner. .628. So what we do is right in here, wrong, negative sign. And now the joist is up, the hip member is where it needs to be. That's great. We're going to spin this back around. And now we need to decide where we want this. Let you figure that out. You could start with one. We'll start with one center and then we'll spread it 2 feet. Bring this up. And you've got to decide how you want to frame this. A lot of different ways to do those junctions. Notice I chose to copy and not mirror. Mirror was tempting, but I don't like to have my objects mirrored if I don't have to. So here, the leading end cut, I want bevel to horizontal. And what this allows me to do is to miter these guys in. Then I can take this guy, bring that into there, bevel to horizontal. Frame that in. And you have a choice. You can just drag this over. That way if you want. You can also do it this way. F9. And remember, don't really want to mirror it. It's very tempting. Try not to do it. It's a little faster initially, but then it's easy to make a mistake later. And there you go. Whole panel's done in just a few minutes. I'll go ahead and take some of these ceiling joists, rotate a copy. I'm going to take my overhangs off. And wherever they're going, I'll just take them all the way across here. Shift M works great. So I trim the, I think. It was a roof trim. You can either do it a solid element operation or trim. Connect, trim to roof. Boom, done. And I think I think that pretty much wraps it up. Yep, there it is behind. Running to this beam. Got our rafters going up. And it's just a matter of continuing that on. Now I will mention that if you're just in a real hurry, you don't want to have the same control over your roof. There is something called Roof Maker, and it does a really nice job. It's more automated, doesn't give you the same quality of object, but if you just need to rough something out really fast, you can go to Roof Maker, create a roof, and what did it say? You may have to split them into single planes. So this is where you set the parameters for the rafter, but I want to we want the roof wizard. That's what I'm doing wrong. Let me bring that. Sorry about that. Roof maker. Looks like I need to be in 2D. Sign. Extras, roof maker, roof wizard. That's what I was doing wrong. And you set up all these parameters. And you want to take a minute to get them all just right. no collar ties, no beams, no plates. Put this on the right layer and hit OK. And it drops all these objects in. It does all the framing. So it's great because it very quickly framed your roof. I mean, that's impressive. The objects it uses are not quite as easy to use. So initially it's very fast, and sometimes that's good enough if you just need to get that roughed in. But if you want the control to do the correct framing, then use the Masterworks object. So there's a couple options for you. So good luck with that and enjoy it.